Hi class, I wanted to give you some tips on completing week 2's argument paper outline. As always, the biggest tip I have is to make sure that you read through the assignment directions very carefully. You're going to see that there's a first part of the assignment that has to do with research, using the library to find 3 peer-reviewed journal articles. Okay? Just a reminder that looking through the university library takes some time, so make sure you devote the necessary time to look through, and I'll create another video about some best practices there. Okay, part of this part 1 is to look at the Evaluating Resources worksheet. We're going to pop that open. The Evaluating Resources worksheet is going to help you rate how credible the resources that you're using. Okay, now what I would say is this is good information to consider and look over. The reality is you're not going to be using a document like this to score every article that you look at throughout college. If you want to give this a whirl, that's great. But if you just want to look through and consider what gets more points than others, that's fine with me too. Okay, the bottom line is you do not hand this part of the assignment in any way. So it's really for your own benefit, for your own edification. The second part of the assignment is what you are going to have to hand in. Okay, so let's open that up because there's an argument paper outline template. That's what you're going to want to open up and complete. Okay, so the first thing I want you to make sure is that you fill in everything that needs to be filled in, and you make sure you delete these general titles of what you're going to be putting in there. Okay, then we're going to go down to the meat of the work here. Okay, so you're going to come up with a title for your paper. That's on the title page as well. You're going to have a revised thesis statement. What that means is you're going to go back to week 1's assignment. I'm going to have given you feedback on your thesis statement, and if there's anything that you needed to fix up, you're going to make sure you fix it up and you put the revised thesis statement here. If I tell you your thesis statement from week 1 is good to go, then you can just copy and paste what you have here. Okay, if you remember back to week 1's thesis statement, I mentioned that in your thesis you're going to have your topic, your stance on your topic, and 3 key points of support. Each of those key points of support is now going to turn into a body paragraph topic. And I used the silly example of pizza being the most nutritious because there's protein and there's calcium from the cheese. Okay, I used a very silly example, but it can sort of help you sometimes break down the basic idea in your head. So here, the level 1 heading for body paragraph 1, you're going to try and think in just a word or two what the topic is, and that's going to be the first key point you had in your thesis statement is going to turn into the level 1, the body paragraph 1 topic. Okay, just use a couple words to describe it here. Your topic sentence, however, is going to be a complete sentence that explains your first key point. Okay, let's say I'm writing about that I think online education is superior because of one of the first key point I bring up in my thesis is the flexibility of schedule it provides. Then my topic sentence is going to explain that first key point. It might say, the flexibility that online education provides makes it superior to traditional education. Okay. Now, under each topic sentence, this is where we're going to be putting our evidence. We have a main point 1, a main point 2, a main point 3. Okay, so let's go to that idea of the flexibility that online education provides. Okay, maybe I'm going to talk about the flexibility that it provides time-wise, that you can complete the work when the time is convenient for you. Okay, that might be main point 1. Main point 2 might be in the location that's convenient for you. Okay, I might not get to a main point 3, and that's okay, in which case I delete this out. Okay, but I'm going to list, I would aim for at least 2 main points for each body paragraph. From there, we want supporting research. It's great to take my word on it, but it's better to take the word of an expert or of a study that backs up the main points that I have. So we're going to be putting in evidence for the supporting research. The information source, because you're gonna see later, we're gonna have more information about that at the end in our reference page. You just need to, if you just put the author's name in the title of the information source, that will suffice. Okay, now you're going to be doing that same thing for your second key point, which is going to be body paragraph 2, and your third key point, which is body paragraph 3. Okay, now we're going to scroll down, and the very last page we're going to be writing our APA formatted references for our information sources. If you think back to week 1, you might find those actual APA reference citations on the article if you look for it. Okay. If not, you can use the citation generator, and I highly suggest that you look through some of the other resources in the CWE to help with that. Okay. This is not going to have to be perfectly formatted like a regular reference page, which we'll talk about more for the next assignment for week 3. Okay. Because you're also going to add an explanation of why you think that source is appropriate for use in the paper, why it's worthy of academic paper, why it's credible. Okay. And this is saying that you can use ideas from that evaluating resources worksheet that was for part 1 of the assignment. So touch on why, for each one of the resources that you use, why the resource was credible. Okay, you're going to want to have at least 3 resources in your paper. If you have more, that's great, but you only have to include the justification for 3 of them. If you want to save the actual APA formatted reference for anything beyond 4, that's fine, but make sure that up top where it says information source that you include each unique one, so that way when it's time to write your rough draft that you know to complete the APA reference for each and every one that you've used. So again, as always, make sure you review your work for errors. You can use spell check and grammar check. That's a great tool to use, or the resources that are in the CWE, the grammar resources. And as always, also please feel free to contact me with any questions. Thanks so much.